up? Big Herc 916. Positivity, motivation. Never settle for average. Go pick you up some merch at bigherc916.com and pick you up a bar of soap. Mother's Day right around the corner. You don't want to be stinking for your mom. And you want your mom to smell good too. So grab your bar of soap and represent. You know, there's a lot of things going on in our world. And a lot of them have to do with a spiritual war going on. And I was just listening to a video earlier that popped up on my feed from Jonathan Cahn. And it talks about the Nashville shooter and some things that haven't been explained and why we haven't seen the manifesto. And I'm always talking about spirituality and how we are dealing with dark forces. And when you're dealing with dark forces, things you can't see, everybody's looking for a physical sign, but they said to have faith, sometimes you have to believe in that which you can't see, but you have to know that your faith is what gives you your strength. And a lot of Christians right now have to really dig deep in their faith and followers of other religions who believe in God have to really find their foundation. I'm a spiritual person, but I grew up in a Christian household, and I used to do a lot of praying. You know, praying for things for my family, and I still pray as far as seeking guidance, seeking strength in times of need. And during 2020, I truly believe that besides the pandemic, there was a portal open for a lot of darkness. And you wonder why we see so much evil in the world right now. Violence, attack on our children, and sexuality. Well, I took some notes on what Jonathan Cahn said, and I want to share them with you. He wrote a book. I think it's called, I don't know if I wrote it down here. I think it's called Return of the Gods, but you can look him up. I'll put a link in the description of the video that I watched. But he says, you know, if you look at, you know, if you read the Bible, a lot of people have turned away, and they, you know, they don't want to look at the Bible. They try to discredit the Bible, but there's a lot of things maybe you don't look at literally, but they have esoteric meaning, and they're guides for us in the physical world, but as spiritual beings, for us to make certain choices, certain moves in this material world. But the Bible speaks of spirits, and in Hebrew this says shadim, which translates into demonia in Greek, demons. Shadim means destroyers, those who bring death. And when you talk about these demons possessing people, they seek to remove a person from their purpose, from their humanity, gender, from their nature, from their sexuality. And when they do this, they don't care about the person they're possessing, they mean to harm them as well as have that person harm others. And as you look around you, how many people do you see harming themselves and then harming others and then blaming others for their harm? We have a lot of that going on right now in society. And the demonia, they were behind the gods of the ancient world. When you talk about paganism and adultery and the worship, you know, these darker spirits, these demonia, they're behind these worships. And they had all different forms, you know. You had different rituals and different gods and sacrifices, and they would sacrifice children and babies and people, just all type of things in the name of these demons. Well, Christianity cast out a lot of this pagan worship. And these demons, when they were cast out, they vowed when they came back, they were going to come back 10 times worse. And our civilization, if you haven't been paying attention, especially over the last 4 years, have been taken over by these evil spirits. And they're showing themselves right in front of you. You see it with the things going on in school, with the children. You see it, what's going on with the music, with the young people, with a lot of these rituals they have going on the stage. There's a lot of darkness going on. And these demonic spirits are casting their vengeance on the Christians that cast them out. Why do you think they haven't shown us the manifesto? And why do you think this attack was on a Christian school? And why do you think Christians are under so much attack in the news and they're not being protected? It's bigger than just people and wanting to change who they are and feeling a certain way. This is some really dark things going on. There's some things going on, man, in the spiritual world. And if you have a sense of God, and you're a person that's godly, and you read the scripture, then you will know what I'm talking about. I don't read the scripture on a regular basis, but I have read the scripture. I do a lot of meditation. I listen to other things in relation to the scripture. And I know that we are living through some dark times. See, in ancient times, they had a goddess, which was like John talks about, that was a enchantress. And it would turn men into women and women into men. It would alter genders. And it was also the goddess of parades and bending of gender. The goddess of pride. And that month that this goddess possessed was June. Priesthood called Kalu, men dressed up as women, and some of these men had cut off their genitals and would dance in front of the priestess in ancient times with a scapula. What does that sound like? Now, you can look some of this up. This is like, if you look up like ancient paganism and some of these rituals and stuff like this, a lot of this stuff is documented. And I might not be pronouncing the priesthood correctly, but there was a priesthood and men did dress up as women, and this is part of their ritual. what do we have in schools right now? Men dressing up as women, parading in front of the children and saying it's hateful if you don't allow them to do that. And what is the most prized possession of any dark spirit, dark demonic being is the children. They're right now on a mission to attack our young children, which are the future. These spirits bring destruction to those they possess and everyone they come in contact with, especially targeting children. What was the name of the Nashville shooter? Audrey Hale. Hale means one who dwells in the hollows. And they said in the scripture, when the disciples met with Jesus and they were on the coast, they met a man who was possessed, and he lived among the caves, which is considered the hollows, and no chains could restrict him. This person used to terrorize the local village and mutilate themselves. And this is in the scripture. See, there's a lot of things in the scripture, but you have to really break it down and get it to make sense. And he does a great job breaking it down. I'm no expert in this, but I'm just sharing with you what I listened to, and I thought it was just so powerful. When I woke up this morning like 5:30, I had to take notes and share it with you guys. This man with unclean spirits dwelt in the tombs and could not be bound by chains. Caves, hollow rocks, hollows, dwelt in the hollows. See, when you're possessed, you don't even know this, but the spirits know. Do you know, sometimes when you feel like you've seen something before or you've lived something before, we're living as spirits a human experience, but it goes beyond the flesh. We're beyond what we can touch, feel, and see, but we're not taught that. That's been removed from our sciences, and our culture, because that's it's something that they want to be able to control, so we can't actively reach that hierarchy of higher spirituality. That's what I believe anyways. So I try to find my spirituality, and I'm not perfect. I'm not sitting here saying I'm a saint. I'm this perfect person that's holier than thou. But I know that I have a mission to protect young people, and I know I have something in me to help others seek knowledge and to not promote something that's dark. If you look at how many people were killed in the Nashville shooting, there were 6, right? Book of Revelations, 666 is, the Antichrist, mark of the beast. You had 6 people that were killed in the Nashville shooting, 3 adults, 60, 61, and 60. We had 3 children, 9, 9, and 9. And when you invert the 9s, you get 666. Now, this is a public announcement in the spiritual world. And when you see these movies in Hollywood, you see these spirits coming and moving in darkness. But in Hollywood you can see them, but in our world, unless you're really tuned in, you can't see them, but you can feel them, the vibrations, the energy. You have to tune into your energies. You have to align yourself with your vibrations and really try to feel things before they happen. You know how you get that sixth sense and you like, it's time to go, or you turn right instead of left. That's what we're dealing with right now. But this is the time to really tap into that, because darkness is among us. I've been around darkness. I've been around evil. You know, I often wonder, why did I have to experience what I experienced before I came out here to share this with you guys? Why couldn't I have figured it out before? But maybe I had to go through that so that I could be a vessel to share with others and to communicate, because I have lived that other side, and I've seen the darkness and experienced things that I feel that I want to keep others from having to go through. You know, darkness inverts things so that you are confused. You don't see them for what they are until after you unfold them, you know, decipher them. And they're using all different organizations and different vessels right now, vehicles to get their message out. Athletes, entertainers, you know, you see these people at different events doing different things, and everybody's like, oh, it's just entertainment. Oh, it's freedom of expression. Yeah, it is freedom of expression, you know, just like you can, you know, worship mass and worship Christ, or you can worship Baal or Satan or whoever you want to, you know, Baphat, whoever you want to worship. But just know that the darkness, just know that one's of evil, one's of good, and there's an antithesis for everything. You know, for everybody who's out here doing good, there's somebody doing evil, doing darkness. And we're at war right now, spiritually. I know, coming from a platform like this, a lot of people, you know, look for just, you know, stupid stuff on YouTube, entertainment. You know, yeah, I talk about cars. I talk about, you know, sometimes other things, and you know, my books and busting cheeks and having fun, because I have to add that in the algorithm and different things. And, you know, I enjoy having fun in life too, but there's other things that are of a serious nature that I have to address also on this channel, outside of motivation and positivity. And this is something, for whatever reason, it grabbed me. And I couldn't go back to sleep this morning. I woke up at 5:30 to bring my puppies out, and I couldn't go back to bed. It had me tossing and turning. I had to grab a pen and write down notes and watch the video 3 or 4 times. Man, it's deep, man. It's deep. And just look around. Like I said, a lot of these athletes, the demonic things they're doing, you know, and you know, they, like I said, they all say it's an artful expression. Little Nas X, you know, I think it was Little Uzi Vert or one of these other guys that did something, and just Travis Scott, the stages, how they're set up, and how, you know, these concerts, and they have almost like the gates of hell in some of these places in their performances, and just the, you know, the possessions, and some of these, you know, female artists, how they're just doing things, and it's like they're getting a bag. Everybody's getting a bag, so nobody cares. Everybody's like, so what? They're getting the bag. You know, you don't have the bag, and this and that. But there's other things besides the bag, man. It's your soul, man. Do you lose your soul in the process of getting the bag? Where's your soul at? You know, what are we going through right now? Sometimes we go through things, and then we wisen up and we see that, was it worth it to sell our souls? Leave a comment, share this, and man, watch the video. I'll tell you his name again. I'm gonna have the link in the description. Jonathan Kahn. Man, very deep, man. Moved me to the point where I couldn't go back to sleep this morning. Subscribe. Big Herc 916. Hello, my name is Big Herc 916, and I'm with the Wash Your Ass Committee, and I'm traveling across America helping people wash their ass and get their booty holes clean. And I have with me here today Wash Your Ass Soap, and this one in particular is Butt Naked Scrub, but I also have Festival, Oatmeal Milk and Honey, Jamaican Me Crazy, Monkey Farts, and all these scents smell very good. They will help cleanse your body of funk and also make you feel better about yourself. So if you can go to bigherc916.com, you can pick you up a bar. And my goal is to help America combat funk. Go to the Herc store at bigherc916.com and pick you up a bar of soap so you can wash that ass, or pick you up some Never Settle for Average merch or some of the Muscleup Car Lifestyle merch. We have hats, Never Settle for Average, got the Muscleup t-shirts. We also have the Never Settle for Average tank tops. Got the Muscleup Car Lifestyle hoodies. Got the beanie caps. Hey man, represent. And I know you guys aren't average, so pick you up some swag and step your game up. Hello, I'm Big Herc 916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.